about the web version of Jamboard. When you go to either jamboard.google.com or click in your app panel and select Jamboard, it will bring you to the Jamboard screen. To create a new jam, you click on the plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner, and then it will bring you to a new jam. At the top, you'll notice the frames. So you can add new frames. Think of it as like slides in a PowerPoint or in Smart Notebook, something like that. So you can have more than one jam. So here's my first jam, and I can add my pen tool. I can change it from a pen to a marker to a highlighter or a paintbrush, and I can choose my color. If you're using a tablet or a smartphone, you can click on another button right here, and it will allow you to add text. But if you're using the web version, the only way you can add text is with a sticky note. So I'm going to make a concept map. I'm going to call it concept map. And here's just some examples of how you can use it with your students. And you can design a concept map and then maybe add some lines and have your students add things to the concept map. I'm going to make this one blue. And I'm just going to make something for them to type in. And you can, I just put a period in there. You could call it 1 and make them go in and edit it later. And then I can duplicate this and so on and so forth. And I can add all of them. I'm not going to waste my time doing that, but I could go in and add my concept map. I could add a new frame by clicking on the create frame up here to the right. And maybe I want to create some type of map where they have to sort things into 2 or 3 columns. And I might want to give them examples of things that they have to sort. And I can have them all across the bottom. And then have them go in and move them. And I can move these to the bottom and have the students sort them into the correct categories later. And you can write the categories up here. You could put category 1, category 2, category 3. You can add another slide and maybe put a math problem. So you could put your math problem here, and then maybe you want your students to go in and answer it with long division, so you could do that here. I'll add a new frame, and for this one, I'm going to add an image, and I'll click right here under image, and I'm going to search for an image of a puppy. And I'll insert my image of a puppy on my screen, and I can make it bigger or smaller with the bubbles in the corner or rotate it if I want to. And I can tell my students to write a complete sentence about the image below. And they can add a complete sentence about the image. And you can move them around as you'd like. Again, on a tablet or smartphone, you can add text in addition to the sticky notes, but in the web version, you're limited to your pen, and you can change it to pen, marker, highlighter, brush. You can use your eraser to erase any lines of text. This brings you back to your pointer so you can move things. This is how you add a sticky note, an image, and your laser pointer just allows you to draw on the screen, and it automatically erases. Here are all of my frames across the top. You can add new ones in the middle, or you can rearrange them if you'd like. To give your jam a name, you click on Untitled Jam. I'm going to call this example of a jam. And that is my example of a jam. And I can also collaborate on a jam with my colleagues by sharing it with those individuals. We can all work on something together. So it's basically a collaborative interactive whiteboard. I can also create a screencast and talk my way through each frame of the jam and narrate my voice over it. So I could easily make a screencast using a jam and go slide by slide by slide, drawing on the jam. Another thing I might want to do is in Google Classroom, I could click Create Assignment. I could fill it out the way I normally would, do Add, Google Drive, choose my jam, and I can change it to make a copy for each student. So each student would get this jam, and they'd have to complete each frame of the jam and turn it into me they would with any other assignment. So those are just some examples of how you can use jams in education, and that's it.